right, Motor City Sports Talk, we in the building. It's your boy CJ Goodfella doing what we do. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button. A lot of rumors swirling around, Lions related and non-Lions related. Even the quarterback rumor is really, really heating up about the Lions, trading back or finding Matthew Stafford's replacement early in this draft. But I'm not here to talk about that. Obviously, Stafford has a cult fan following Detroit. 10 years of taking L's after L's after L's, and people still endorse him. I don't endorse him no more, but that's my personal opinion. But apparently, there's been talk about Patrick Peterson for the last week getting traded. You know what I'm saying? Now there's talks about Chris Harris not happy in Denver. I don't know if Chris Harris not being happy in Denver is financial. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation. I don't know if it's financial, or he tired of losing, or he tired of being in Denver with all that snow. He not enjoying because he can't enjoy the dispensaries because the NFL won't, they won't clear, they won't take the marijuana off the banned substance list until they negotiate a new CBA, collective bargaining agreement. So they want to use that to get a concession out the players. I mean, shit, NFL players got the worst union I ever heard of. But that's definitely another conversation for another day. But whatever the situation may be, I'm just looking at the situation. Like, really, both of these guys will be 29. Patrick Peterson 28. He'll be 29 in July. Chris Harris is 29 right now, so he probably turned 30 if he hadn't turned 30 already. So, at the end of the day, Patrick Peterson is a good corner. Obviously, they say it's going to take a number 1 pick and potential number 2 next year to get him. So, are the Lions willing to, make that move? And for Chris Harris, they talking about a 1 and a few players in there exchanging ones. I just think the whole thing is, I like Patrick Peterson, 30 years old, a little old, going as a corner, younger, faster. That's the point. Cheaper. Younger, faster, cheaper. That's why the draft is important, because you get these guys in a slotted salary now, where they don't have to. You can't. It's a cap now. Everything is capped. Slotted salary, so you can't get those huge Matthew Stafford, Sam Bradford, and Dominican Sue type of deals. So, like I said before, everything is slotted. So I just don't know if the Lions want to give up a young, cheap rookie and then trade their first round draft pick for Patrick Peterson or Chris Harris, however it goes. Do you really want to trade a young potential player that can help you, and you lose a draft pick next year? It just doesn't sound correct. It doesn't sound right. What the Lions want to do is get cheaper. They want to be cheap. They want to get younger. And that should be the ticket right there, in my opinion. Now, can both of these players play? Yeah, if you feel like your team is a Patrick Peterson away for being a Super Bowl contender, then yeah, go get Patrick Peterson. Or you feel that you a cornerback of Chris Harris away for being a Super Bowl contender, then yeah, I understand it. But the Lions ain't that close. In their minds, they got a lot of building to do. Like I said again, they're suffering from Millen, Lewan, Mayhew, making all those bad draft picks. Bob Quinn is playing it safe in the draft, because he has to, because he doesn't have the luxury of taking chances on players, because he has to rebuild his team depth. That's what people got to understand. When you ranking these GMs, when you talking about Bob Quinn's job, yes, he has to play it safe. No, he can't take chances early on, because the overall team depth is lacking. But I really don't see the purpose of the Lions trading a young rookie that's going to be cheap for two aging veterans who going to want more money. Patrick Peterson got 2 years on this deal. Harris is probably mad because he want more money. You get older, You pay these guys a 5-year, 3-year, 2-year extension. They're going to be over 30. Don't work that way. Well, it can work that way for teams like New England, for teams like Kansas City. For teams that think they're actually close. New Orleans, who really trying to say, oh, we got older quarterbacks, or we got this team together right now. Let's go ahead and make a run. The Lions should just keep it cheap and young. Young and cheap. Cheap and young. That's how you do it. So, no. I don't think it can help. Ooh, would it be nice to have Slay and Peterson out there? Yeah, it'd be hella nice. Justin Coleman in the slot, Trey Flowers. But guess what? You don't know what this team gonna do. You still have holes at linebacker. You have a question mark at quarterback. I don't care what nobody say. You got a question mark with Darrell Bevel. You don't know how the offense gonna look. You can have a dominant defense. The Lions had that before Matthew Stafford. People forget that. Yes, say Matthew Stafford he ain't never had nothing. He had a dominant defense. Remember that? They lost to Dallas when they went up 14-0. He couldn't score another point. To put the game away early on. He had a dominant defense already. What'd they get us? No playoff win again. So you don't know what Darrell Bevel going to bring to the table. I like to fit with Darrell Bevel. Because if he could run the ball in Detroit and turn Matthew Stafford into more of a game manager, and he could just make throws when we behind, or really, throw when the ball when we behind, or make throws off the play action to get bigger windows, it could work. It could work. And if they signed Darrell Bevel, they banking on it to work. So if you feel like you're that close away from winning the division, winning a playoff game, making a Super Bowl run, add Patrick Peterson, add Chris Harris. If you honestly don't feel like you're that close, keep the draft pick. Keep building your depth up. Keep building your youth up on your team, because younger, cheaper players are the way to win. You already got Matthew Stafford on a good deal, on a monster deal. So do you want to add Patrick Peterson on another monster deal, or Chris Harris on another monster deal, when you can go just get a rookie and develop him and just ride him out for a cheaper deal? Come on. Because whoever come here going to cry and bitch and complain about a deal between the two, about more money. And I don't think the Lions are that close. And they could be. And the NFL is a real slippery, fickle slope. Because players fall off every year. Players get injured every year. The NFL was terrible last year as far as talent. It was terrible. If the Lions would have had their shit together last year, no telling what they could have done last year. But I just don't think that's the answer, in my opinion. Some people may say, oh, go get them and whoop-de-whoop. But the name of the game is younger and cheaper in the NFL. That's the name of the game. How can Cleveland be allowed to go out there and get all these players around Baker Mayfield and put them on defense and all that? Because they got Baker Mayfield on a rookie deal. You don't have a quarterback on a rookie deal. That's the thing about it. But it'd be nice. It'd be nice if I could give up a third rounder and get Patrick Peterson. It'd be nice if I could give up a fourth rounder to get Chris Harris. Then yeah, it's worth the chance. Then, but a first rounder, nah. First rounder, I'm not doing it. They can keep the Joker. Cause I got to pay him, and do all that other stuff. It's just not worth it, man. Chris Harris is one of the best, analytical cornerbacks in the league. Is it a product of the system of Denver, or is he just that fucking good? He get here, he ain't that good. He Nnamdi Asomugha 2.0. You looking stupid. We know what Patrick Peterson brings to the game, but what he's done the last few years, nothing. Because the team around him sucked. He want to win. And if he want to win, you think he want to come to Detroit after leaving Arizona? Nah, I don't think that's his ambition. I think his ambition to get to New Orleans, to get to New England, possibly. To get to the Rams, possibly. That's his ambitions. He want to win now. Get to Houston, probably. So it don't make sense. The Lions continue building through the draft, build it with cheaper players, build it with younger players. And that's how it works. But I'd love to hear you guys' opinion in the comment section. Like both corners personally, just looking at them on Sunday, I think both are pretty good. I think Harris will thrive wherever Harris gonna thrive at. I think he got good technique. Patrick Peterson still got good technique, freakish athlete. Yeah, it is what it is though. Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for checking in. And if you want to trade for one, let me know who you prefer to trade for. If none, let me know none. The Red Lions retain their first round draft pick second round draft pick. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Keep sharing the videos. Blessings to the brothers and sisters out there. We gone.